Hey guys, I'm Matt with Matt One Adventures, and I do appreciate you joining me on the channel. So this video is going to be one I am super excited about. I hope y'all as excited as I am to share it with y'all. But it is if you watch any of my videos on the camper remodel, this is me showing the camper and a walkthrough of it done. Okay, now I say done, I mean it's done for now. It's there'll always be something I always want to do to it. But this is done for now until we see something that we want to do. But guys, with that said, let's get into it. I'm excited. So before I show you the inside, let me show you the outside. But let me do the outside before and after, and it'll kind of show you how nasty it really was. It was disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. But let me show you that, then I'll show you the inside. Alright guys, it's a little sunny. I hope the glare isn't too bad for you. But walking in, got the door here to kind of show you where we're at. And as soon as you walk in on the right, we have this couch. And this was a backrest that kind of hinged up, and it made a bunk bed. If you're watching these videos, if you're watching about these campers, you'll kind of know that this did make a bunk. What we done was we detached it from the rail and just set it down. And it fits perfect. And let me move the sleeping bag. Also under here, there's storage there, storage over there, and that's basically, I mean, that's just cut and dry. That's basically all there is right here, and it just slides right there. This is gonna be AKA my daughter's bed. All right, so we're gonna step into it. Now we're just gonna go around this way. Starting off the couch, going on around, you have the ice chest. It's not a cooler, it is an ice chest where basically it works like a cooler. You put ice packs in there and it cools down, whatever you want to use in there. And my wife, she did paint the outside the doors, which I think give it a little bit of color. Under here is basically like, that's the supply water and the power comes in, and the trash can, which is turned over. Straighten that up. All right. Okay. Now this right here was where the stove was sitting, and the stove was just beyond repair. Another thing is, the reason why we did take the stove out is because I don't want to work this stove. You would have to have the gas sitting on the outside and it piped into the stove, and I just wasn't a big fan of that. We took all the gas lines out because I don't ever plan on running gas in the camper, because it's just a small camper to have gas. Tight space and gas and fumes, I'm not a fan of that. But, so we did take this out, and if you watched my last video, the little camp stove, that's what we plan to use in here to cook. And moving on to the left here, we have the sink. Now this here is a prime faucet, where you prime like that, and it would pull from a storage tank down here. Now we took the storage tank out because it added way too much weight. I think it's like an 8-gallon tank, I believe. And that Nah, I wasn't a big fan of it. But what we do have is this. Here's our plan for now. This here is a 2-gallon water tote with an automatic spout, or not automatic, but where you can press it down and it just keeps giving water. If you want to wash your hands, brush your teeth, stuff like that, wash a few dishes. Plan is to use it right here, set it right here on the counter, and just let it flow. That's the plan. The mattress is something that we still have to do. We actually, the last time we took it out, which is the only time yet, we just slept on an air mattress because the mattress that we ordered is coming, but it's taking a little while to get here. We actually ordered a 4-inch foam, like a topper, basically. And that's what we're going to use for here, because we'll have to cut it to form around the back here. And I'll show you that. As you see here, the edges here are sort of rounded, and nothing that you can buy is going to fit here, unless you bought something specifically for these campers. And if you have looked anything into these, you know something specifically, sorry, I'm saying that wrong, for these campers is really expensive. For instance, these windows here, as you can see, I got plexiglass and gasket. These windows, a complete window replacement for this camper, I think was like $1,500–$1,600 roughly. And hey, no, I mean, to be honest, I just couldn't swing that. If I wasn't careful, I was gonna have more money than it's worth. But that's the windows. Now, getting back to the mattress. Under here, under the mattress, under the bed, we do have storage under here, which, you know, we got all kind of storage. We have storage back there and storage right here, which that's our electrical, and things run off a battery if we want it to with a inverter, and also it can run off shore power. And the original wiring is still here, but none of the inverters and the power source is the same. I had to replace all that. Now, going over to the left here with a closet, we have a little storage here just for small stuff, cutlery and whatever we're gonna put in there. My wife has her coffee maker, the essential. And it actually has where you can hang clothes, but I definitely don't think I'd want to put clothes in here. I mean, that's kind of nasty. You know, again, it's not really that nasty, it just looks it. All right, so below that, we have here this little storage compartment, which right now we have a water tote sitting in here, and we also have a ton of more room to put stuff in here. And there's the door. Guys, I mean, it's not big, but, you know, it is what it is. One thing I will say is the Uhaul camper, which I think when they designed these campers, I mean, they put every inch of open space into storage. You know, they didn't let nothing go to waste, which is a very, very big deal, and which is very good on them as well. Now, the biggest thing that I had purchased for this camper is this fan here, and it can draw air in and draw air out. So, you know, you can suck the air out of the camper or blow air in to get fresh air in. So, of course, I think that's something I'm very excited that I did do. I did spend a little extra money. I think that cost. Now, I'm actually going to do a review on this, so I'll save that for the review. I replaced the lights under here, one under there. And these are a double, you know, that turns on one side, that turns on two sides. And actually just one-sided light can light the whole camper up, all you need. It is small. It don't take much. I mean, you could probably light this thing with a candle if you was careful with it. I mean, you probably really could, so. I mean, there ain't a whole lot to it. Now, the biggest thing is you gotta watch your head. I mean, my wife, she's like, I've been in there working, my wife, she's like, bam, bam, bam. I mean, she just nails it every time. That ain't funny, but it is now. But that's the inside. Now, let me talk to you a little bit about the specs of it. Now, when we bought this camper, it was actually belonged to a friend of mine. And he sold it to me very cheap because it was in really, really rough shape. And you'll see, and as you have seen before on the little clip I put on the first of the video, I didn't know if it was going to come to what it is now, but it did. It did, and I'm very tickled with it, you know, how it turned out. But all in all, just to give you a breakdown, if you're interested in doing anything like this, I thought I'd just go and tell you this now. I think right now we got about $1,600 in everything we put into it, and that's me doing all the work. And I've done it on the weekends and on the evenings. It took about probably 3 weeks of nothing but evening. I mean, I get home at 4 o'clock in the evening and go straight to the camper and work on it till 10 o'clock at night. You know, that's not bad considering what we have now, and it's light enough this little camper where we can pull it with our car, which our car is a Hyundai Santa Fe. You probably seen it in some of my videos. I mean, it's right at 1,600 pounds. So I mean, it's great for what it is. Me and my wife, we have one child, and this is perfect. It's basically 10 on wheels. So all in all, we got about $1,700 when it's over, when it's done. We still have to that's not adding the mattress in. So that's not adding that in. But that's not really part of the remodel. You know, that's just cosmetic. So sometimes you can't really count that, and sometimes you can. It's a gray area. But as far as getting the camper ready to pull, ready to be done, that's tires, that's the floor, that's everything besides cosmetic. You know, the tote, that's not counting the little totes I bought, and, you know, the water storage, mattress. It's about $1,500 to $1,600. So if that, you know, might put stuff into perspective for you if you was willing to do something like this. But guys, I hope this helps you out, and I hope you enjoyed it. So now we're ready. We're ready for road trips, guys. So please stay tuned for the next video, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. I'll see you on the next one.